Imagine a bustling city, frozen in time. The bread in the oven is baked to perfection. Wine glasses rest on tables, awaiting the return of their owners. Children's toys lay scattered, abandoned mid-play. This is Pompeii, a Roman city entombed by the fiery wrath of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Pompeii is not just an archaeological site. It is a snapshot of life as it was nearly 2,000 years ago. The eruption of Vesuvius was a tragedy for Pompeii's inhabitants. For us, it is an unparalleled opportunity to understand the past. The ash and pumice that buried Pompeii also preserved it. We can walk its streets, explore its houses, and marvel at its art. Pompeii offers us an intimate look at the lives of the Romans. Pompeii's story begins long before the Romans. Around the 8th century BC, the Oscans settled in the shadow of Vesuvius. They were drawn to the region's fertile volcanic soil and strategic location. Pompeii sat on a plateau, offering natural defenses and commanding views. The Oscans were skilled farmers and traders. They established Pompeii as a thriving center of agriculture and commerce. They traded with Greeks, Etruscans, and other Italic peoples. The influence of these cultures can be seen in Pompeii's early architecture and art. The Doric temple in the triangular forum reflects Greek influence. By the 6th century BC, Pompeii had grown into a substantial town. It boasted impressive fortifications, including a city wall and fortified gates. Within these walls, the Oscans built houses, shops, and temples. They also established public spaces, such as the Forum. This early Oscan foundation laid the groundwork for Pompeii's future prosperity. In the 3rd century BC, Roman power swept across the Italian peninsula. Pompeii, caught in the tide of Roman expansion, was incorporated into the growing Roman Republic. Despite becoming a Roman possession, Pompeii was allowed a degree of autonomy. It retained its own local government and many of its own customs. This period marked a turning point in Pompeii's history. Roman rule brought peace and stability, which fostered unprecedented economic growth. Pompeii's location, close to the sea and on a major Roman road, made it an ideal hub for trade. Goods flowed through Pompeii's port and markets, bringing wealth to the city. With this newfound wealth came a building boom. The Romans invested heavily in Pompeii's infrastructure, constructing roads, aqueducts, and public buildings. Grand temples, such as the Temple of Apollo and the Temple of Jupiter Capitolinus, rose to dominate the city skyline. A large amphitheater was built for gladiatorial combats and other spectacles. Pompeii, once a modest Oscan town, was transformed into a thriving Roman city. Walking through the unearthed streets of Pompeii today is like stepping back in time. The city's remarkably preserved ruins offer an unparalleled glimpse into the daily lives of its Roman inhabitants. From the wealthy elite to the humble artisan, Pompeii's homes, from grand villas with elaborate gardens to modest shops with living quarters above, reveal much about Roman domestic life. The Forum, the heart of the city, bustles once more in our imaginations. We can almost hear the clamor of merchants hawking their wares, the lively debates of politicians, and the gossip exchanged by women fetching water from the public fountains. Frescoes and mosaics, still vibrant after centuries buried, adorn the walls of homes, shops, and public buildings. We see bakers kneading dough, gladiators training for combat, and couples sharing intimate moments. These images provide a poignant reminder that the people of Pompeii were not just figures in a history book, but living, breathing individuals with hopes, dreams, and fears just like our own. While Pompeii's elite basked in luxury, a vibrant middle class was emerging. Freedmen, merchants, and artisans climbed the social ladder, fueled by economic prosperity. They invested in businesses, built comfortable homes, and enjoyed luxuries. The rise of the middle class is evident in Pompeii's streets. These homes, while not grand, were spacious and well-appointed. They had beautiful atriums, private gardens, and indoor plumbing. This suggests comfort and affluence beyond the elite. Pompeii's middle class contributed to the city's cultural life. They frequented theaters, patronized the arts, and dined out. Inscriptions show their active role in social and political life. They left a legacy of ambition, hard work, and desire for a better life. In 62 AD, disaster struck Pompeii. A powerful earthquake shook the city to its core, causing widespread destruction. Buildings collapsed, walls crumbled, and fires raged through the streets. It was a stark reminder of the powerful forces that lay dormant beneath the seemingly serene landscape. The earthquake of 62 AD had a profound impact on Pompeii. It left the city physically and psychologically scarred. Yet, in the face of adversity, the people of Pompeii displayed remarkable resilience. They set about rebuilding their lives and their city. They repaired damaged buildings, cleared the rubble, and resumed their daily routines. However, the earthquake of 62 AD was a harbinger of a far greater catastrophe to come. It served as a warning sign, a tremor that foreshadowed the devastating eruption of Mount Vesuvius just 17 years later. On the morning of August 24th, 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted with terrifying force. A towering column of ash and pumice rocketed into the sky, blotting out the sun and casting a pall over the Bay of Naples. The eruption caught the people of Pompeii completely off guard. Many were still in their homes, going about their daily routines. As the ash and pumice rained down on Pompeii, the city began to disappear beneath a blanket of volcanic debris. Buildings collapsed under the weight of the falling debris, trapping those who had not already fled. Then came the pyroclastic flows, superheated surges of gas and ash that raced down the slopes of Vesuvius at hurricane speeds. These deadly flows engulfed Pompeii in a matter of minutes, instantly killing anyone caught in their path. The city, once a thriving center of Roman life, was buried beneath meters of volcanic material, lost to the world for nearly 1,700 years. Pompeii lay forgotten beneath the shadow of Vesuvius for centuries. Then, in 1748, a team of explorers acting on local rumors of buried treasures stumbled upon the lost city. Their discovery marked the beginning of a new chapter in Pompeii's story, one of excavation, rediscovery, and enduring fascination. The excavation of Pompeii has provided an unparalleled window into the past. The city's well-preserved ruins offer a unique snapshot of Roman life in the 1st century AD. Its streets, houses, shops, and public buildings are a testament to Roman ingenuity, artistry, and social complexity. Pompeii stands today not just as an archaeological site, but as a powerful reminder of the fragility of human civilization in the face of nature's awesome power. The fate of Pompeii serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to respect the forces of nature and to learn from the mistakes of the past.